Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time zone you may be in. This is Off the Grid Podcast with Aiden and Jared.
You know, authorized access to the truth.
And today we're doing something a little bit different than what we are used to and comfortable with. We're doing a Zoom conference, actually, instead of Sorry, go ahead, Aiden. What were you saying?
Just because we are still in quarantine, so
Yes, and
because of this virus,
social distancing.
social distancing. Yes.
Yeah, even though essentially we went out and had coffee together, before we recorded this. So that was true social distancing right there.
We went for a hike, so I mean.
Yeah. I mean, we got out and got some exercise before, so helped clear the mind before we recorded.
Yes, sir.
So so this is definitely interesting because if you guys remember, we had some if you watched our last podcast, which
or try to.
Yeah, which it's not even on YouTube anymore because
we were so ashamed.
It was just so upsetting because we put so much time and effort into trying to make sure that it was a good podcast that we were going to upload.
Yes.
And our broadcasting software crashed.
Yep.
And it completely ruined the whole thing. And I believe I know what the issue was. It was because my computer didn't have enough RAM to keep up with OBS, because OBS sucks up so much energy and so much power.
OBS is the program we use. Guys, OBS, in case you don't know, is the program we use to make our podcasts.
Yeah, yeah. So, just for right now, we're using Zoom. We don't know how many podcasts we're actually going to do on here.
And we don't know how it's going to turn out. So this could turn out well. It could turn out absolutely horrible. We don't know. So
yeah. So hopefully it looks good.
Yeah, hopefully, guys.
I don't know. I don't know how it looks, to be honest, right now, other than what I'm seeing on my screen. I'm seeing you, Aiden, and you can see me. Hey. Woo! Quarantine party.
Awesome. Yeah.
No, seriously though, this is better because under the circumstances we're in, it's better because we had you on the phone and
I mean, it sounded good if only it would have actually recorded it all in one thing.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been better though for you to be able to see what I was pulling up on the screen for the audience.
Which is why we're using Zoom.
Because, guys, we were doing a very clunky version of our podcast.
We were.
I'm honestly surprised why we even went through with that now that I'm looking back on it, because
we were so stupid.
It's like, why didn't I think about Zoom before? Because this is the popular platform right now for everybody to talk. So it's like, why not? Anywho, the Zoom conference is the best way to record a podcast right now under these circumstances. So
COVID-19.
hopefully this looks okay for you guys while watching it.
And hopefully this pandemic ends soon so that we can actually do face-to-face podcasts again.
Yeah.
I really missed that.
So the best thing about this right now is that it's actually seems to be pretty smooth compared to Skype and
it is so smooth,
FaceTime.
Yes.
Because FaceTime, it's horrible. FaceTime is very clunky. Don't you realize that? When we FaceTime, cut out or something?
Yes. Connection lost.
Yeah, connection or your video will come back when connection improves or something. It's like,
oh my gosh.
Come on. You can't do that in a conference. Anyways, so
what are we going to be talking about?
So today we're going to be talking about a movie called The Purge.
Yeah.
And Aiden, you brought this up to me. And
yes, I did.
What's the reasoning behind this movie?
Well, the reasoning behind the movie, I think. Wait, what do you mean by that? That's why I want to talk about it?
Why did you want to talk about this movie in particular?
Well, because I think it's a future that we're kind of headed towards a little bit, in my mind at least.
Mm-hmm.
I know about all you guys out there, but I think we're heading towards it. And the reason I think so is that this is a plot point that's brought up in the movies, but our country is becoming like overpopulated. Would you agree with that, or would you disagree with that?
Like the world or our country just
Yeah,
specifically?
both. I mean, both.
Yeah.
And if you don't want your government to have to kill people for you, something like this could be used as a form of population control. Well, every night a year, you can basically dwindle the population down by having basically a night of mass murder, basically, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would be the citizens doing, so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So what's your view on that?
I don't know if it would go to that extent or not, to possibly being in a population control kind of situation. But you know what though? I mean, I couldn't see the US doing that. I
Really?
mean, in my opinion, I think if any place would do it, it'd be North Korea.
Yeah, but the
You
government
know,
does that themselves there. I mean, it's not, you know what I mean?
true, but I don't know. It's just like in general, like a population control is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
and yeah, the purge would probably be the American way to do population control because it would be like the individual. It's up to the individual what you want to do.
To do it, to kill the other person, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
to either kill, steal, whatever crime you can't do without getting caught, and that you do it.
Yeah.
But like say like China or something, they have like what 1 billion people in the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
So they if anything, China would probably be doing population control.
Yeah.
Definitely
But
not
but
like
but I like how you said the purge would be the American way to do that, because that's what I was gonna bring up.
oh really?
Because in other countries it would just be the government doing mass killings.
Yeah.
But America, it would be us, probably, because
I mean, think about it. It makes sense because like we strive ourselves on independence and doing our own thing, and I think
yeah,
that's generally what would go into the thought of the purge is allowing people to do what they want to do.
just for one night,
Yeah.
like to fully do what they want. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That is scary though.
it's a very scary thing to even think about, really.
Yeah. I mean, it'll kind of be enjoyable though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Yeah, this is coming from Crazy Aiden here.
yeah. Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm just saying. No, but like seriously, if you want to become rich in one night, I mean, think about it. 12 hours, it can completely change your life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for people who don't understand what the purge is, what is it exactly? I know we kind of like just said it, but like is there
Well,
like a way that you can describe it so then people can understand if they haven't seen the movie?
a holiday, basically. That's how it's described in the movie. It's a federal holiday, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And people use it as, like I said, an escape to release their anger
Mhm.
in one night. Because, like, say that someone, for example, you, Joe,
Mhm.
say someone did something wrong to you, right?
Okay.
Like they said something mean about you, or they stole something of yours, and you were pissed at them.
Yeah.
Now, in any normal society, if you want to go kill them for doing something horrible, you'd be arrested, right?
Right.
But on Purge night, if you wait to do that during the Purge, you wouldn't have any backlash for it if you did that.
Mhm.
So say you want to go kill someone you hate on Purge night, then you would not be tried against for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so basically any crime under the sun, right? That you can
Yeah,
commit.
basically. Yeah.
No rules.
Yeah. Other than you can't kill a high-ranking government official like a president or a senator.
Mhm.
Basically, you can't destabilize the country.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Makes sense though.
So you can't go to the White House and shoot the president or something like that.
So yeah,
But
they
yeah,
would
if you
still.
put,
Sorry, what were you saying?
no. Finish what you were gonna say first because it was interesting.
Oh, I was just saying. So you can't. Well, if you got close to the White House, they'd probably just shoot you, like like the not National Guard, the Secret Service.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what's weird. That's something that's not explained in the movies actually because it says that all regular government functions such as police, medical, and fire services are canceled for like 12 hours.
So then then wouldn't you think the Secret Service would technically not be in
Right.
service? I guess.
Right. Yes, but a way around that would be that the president would hire private mercenaries,
Hmm.
private company mercenaries to protect him.
Yeah, but the question is though, is that because everyone has that freedom on that one day to do crimes, so they can essentially still kill the president and just face the consequences. You know.
12 hours later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
that's
know.
the thing about the purge. They wouldn't face consequences.
No, I know, but you were saying that if they killed the president, that would be considered a
Yeah.
crime still.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I find that weird now that we're talking about it because the purge would allow everyone to have access to doing all these crimes.
Yeah.
But that
Oh,
would
and
include.
another one. Do you want to bring up the article so that we can explain it better?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Just so it makes sense. So we have a cool feature here, guys, and you'll see it in a second.
Oh, wrong one. Hold up.
One.
There we go.
So as you see, guys, we actually now you guys can see what we're bringing up live,
Yes.
which is pretty
So
cool.
I mean live, I guess, but we're not really like
We're
live.
doing
This
it
is
live.
recorded,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it means.
Yeah. You guys understand me.
Gotta decode this Aiden language.
Yes, sir. Oh man.
So Aiden, you can still see me moving the screen, right?
Yes, I can, and then I can zoom in too
All right,
for all you
sounds
beautiful
good.
people out there.
All right, so what do you want to discuss on this page in particular?
Just going through up until it says like a quote from it.
Okay.
So do you want me to read this?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is basically, guys, if you don't understand, this is like the in-universe timeline, I guess, of how it, of how the purge happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this, guys, real quick. So in 2014, following an economic collapse and rising social unrest, a political organization named the New Founding Fathers of America, or NFFA, is formed and is voted into office. The organization establishes a new totalitarian government, and the NFFA devises a plan to help stabilize American society. And later in 2017, the 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution is ratified. This amendment establishes a 12-hour event known as the Purge, which would take place from 7 p.m. on March 21st to 7 a.m. on March 22nd, wherein all crime becomes legal. So, like I said, no matter if it's rape, murder, arson, any of that. Before the purge begins, the emergency broadcast system is activated. Which, Jared, you know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's activated with rules and a prayer saying, "Blessed be our new founding fathers in America, a nation reborn," before ending with, "May God be with you all." I mean, that's a nice thing to pray before all chaos starts.
Yeah,
Basically, screw you guys, may God be with you.
let God be with you because the government's not gonna.
Right. So these are yeah. So these are the rules. The rules for the annual purge were as follows: sirens blare to signal the start and end of it.
And that's
So
like
basically, what they mean. So
sorry,
basically,
sorry, dude.
sorry, I'm just gonna explain this really quick. So
Yeah.
it's basically like a tornado siren, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
They use that to signal the start of it.
Okay. And that like
Yeah.
rings throughout like all the states and every like area.
Yeah. Yep. Throughout the whole
Okay.
country. Yep. Which is weird because here's a question I've had: what about different time zones?
Well, I guess they just basically translate it to like
Their own
like
7 a.m. in their time. Yeah. So that's weird. So like, if the Ohio purge ends then the California Purge could still be going on. Something like that. You know what I mean? The Vail Purge could still be going on.
That's kind of weird. Maybe it's just because these are like small little details that,
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna mention this in the beginning, that the movie isn't really thought out when you get down into the main, like, the little details.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it could be a viable, like an actual thing.
Yeah,
But there's a lot
you'd
of
have to think about
details
that, like
that are
time zones,
actually,
and you
yeah,
have to think
like,
about different time zones and stuff like that. Yeah,
but
if
I
this were
think,
to actually happen.
but I think the people that created the movie, they didn't they didn't think
The
that,
series of movie.
yeah, that we would be like examining it this closely to see if it would be an actual thing. They just
Right.
assumed like, okay, that makes sense. One day you can do all these different crimes and get away with it.
Yeah.
It seems like a good idea, but then, when you look into
Well,
it, it's like
like
kind of
people have said
confusing.
it, like people have said, it's a really good premise. You know.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so
sorry. Real quick though. The thing is that people, you would have to explain this like so well to like the public because
oh, dude, if there was not a general reason to enact something like this, it would get shot down immediately.
yeah.
Like I said, something like population control would have to be enacted. Like, people are gonna die if the population doesn't get, you know, down soon. You know?
Well, the thing is, it's like the thing is the public can get easily confused. And if you don't explain yourself really well, you have different people interpreting things differently.
Yeah.
So, like one person could believe, okay, well, I can kill government officials. And no, you
Right.
can't. No, they said you can't.
Yeah.
Not just because you put these rules and like, okay, everyone should be able to figure this out. Well, not necessarily, because people either A, don't listen, or B, just can't read.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to like make sure you explain this to the people if you're
Which
going
is
to be
what the
enacting
emergency,
this.
which is what the emergency broadcast is supposed to do
Yeah.
before it's purge. Yeah. So I'm gonna read the rest of the rules really quick, if that's okay.
Mhm.
Says that the sirens blare, and another one is that all police, fire, and medical emergency services remain unavailable or suspended for the full 12-hour purge. So, Jared, what does that mean?
So it basically means you can't call 911 and say, "Hey, there's someone breaking in my house."
Right,
Or
exactly.
or you can't, like, if someone sets your house on fire, you can't call the fire truck and have them to, put out the flames because that's not their job. And if
No, at least
someone's
for 12 hours, that's not. Yeah.
yeah, at least for 12 hours. And you can't call for an ambulance if someone gets stabbed. So basically you're out of luck there.
Yeah, you're screwed. It's
Yeah,
survival of the fittest. Yeah.
exactly.
And another rule is government officials of ranking 10 are granted immunity from the purge, which is actually revoked in the third movie, which is called Election Year. Is the
Hmm.
third movie. That rule is revoked, and it legalizes the murder of a political opponent. So that's a question. That's an answer to a question that you had
Yeah.
about the president being killed. I don't know why they revoked it that one year. Maybe they hated the person that was running for office. I don't know.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that really shows that the government is messed up because it says previously in the first paragraph, it says they established a new totalitarian government.
Yeah.
So that just shows how messed up it is because they could be like, okay, I don't like this rule, I'm going to change it. It could be like you're playing like a board game with your best friend and you're like, yeah, let's just make up our own rules. Even though there's rules there, well, we don't need to follow that. We are the rules.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
basically how this government's acting.
Yeah. And then the last and final rule: classes 1 through 4 weaponry are permitted. Now, I don't really know what that means. They don't really clarify, but I'm assuming that means any weapon is legal, just not weapons of mass destruction.
Like nukes.
Yeah, like nukes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Like grenade launchers are allowed, AKs are allowed. I don't know about tanks though. I'd have to research that, but yeah,
Because I'm not sure if there was tanks in it or not.
there wasn't any tanks in the movies, no.
Okay,
So that's not
but
really explained well. Yeah,
yeah, but that also that doesn't mean that it isn't
they're
either.
not allowed. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's that article.
Okay, that's all for that article then.
Well,
Or is
actually,
there
let me see.
some?
Scroll down real quick and see if there's anything more. There might be something interesting. Oh, here, yeah. Let's read this really quick. In the very first purge, taking place in 2017 on Staten Island, it was blocked off, and the first purge was actually a social experiment conducted by the new founding fathers, providing monetary. What does that say? You can see this.
Compensation?
Yeah, monetary compensation of at least $5,000 to anyone who decides to stay on the island. So this was a. So the purge actually started as an experiment by the NFFA, actually, Jared.
Yeah, they wanted to test it out first.
Yeah, before it became nationwide.
Yeah, I saw the
And
movie.
yeah, and in the film series, the purge results in crime and unemployment rates plummeting to 1% and a strong economy. Yeah. Although it's thought to be used as an act of catharsis for the U.S. populace, it is actually used as a method of artificial population control. As I said,
Right.
as the unemployment, poor, and slum neighborhoods, as well as some working class people, are usually the main targets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's basically the wait, one more final thing, sorry.
Yeah.
And the purge also increases tourism as foreigners enter the US solely to participate.
Mm.
So there's actually people from other countries that come to the US to participate in this.
Oh, you mean
And
like?
that's shown in the third movie.
So
Yeah, so like you said, yeah, people like from Russia could come in and do it. Yeah.
yeah, because if that like happened in our government right now, I would think that it'd be like, well, you got to be a U.S. citizen.
To do it, yeah.
I don't know, maybe not, but that's just something that like I automatically think of, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's enough for that article then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think? Did you think that explains it pretty well?
Yeah. I mean, it's a basic idea. I think we should all be able to understand, what the purge is, and it's not
Now,
like
yeah.
it's not rocket science. They go out there,
Yeah.
do their crimes, and have a jolly good time.
Oh, me, yeah, definitely.
Or you can
Crazy Aiden over here.
or we didn't discuss this. You can cower in fear.
Yep, barricade yourself. Yep.
I mean, think about it though. Like, so a lot of people probably would do that. There's
Yeah.
probably, especially like, I'd feel bad for the older people.
Oh my gosh, right?
Like, think about like your grandparents or something. Like, think if they're like,
During the purge, no one probably lives past the age of 40.
yeah, I mean, yeah, if like, what is an 80-year-old person going to? How are they going to defend themselves? I mean, maybe with a gun,
With a
but
gun.
like,
Yeah.
they can get easily overpowered with someone that's younger
With
and
gangs, especially with gangs that roam the streets.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, barricading is probably the way to go for older people.
But if you want to commit crimes, and you can probably do anything you want.
Yeah, I mean, I would just feel bad, if someone committed a crime on an older person.
Right, yeah.
I mean, even though it seems like all faith in humanity is lost during this day,
Yeah.
I would still feel very very bad for older people.
Which is why I want to do a murder. I would just take things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what if you were trying to take something but it also didn't go down easily? Like you had to like try to fight someone.
When we talk about what we do during the purge, I'll explain what I do. That'll solve
Okay.
your question.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'll solve your question.
That's a sneak peek for later in this episode.
Yes, it is. Yes. Oh,
It is.
man.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess that's all for that part.
Yeah.
So I guess we have a clip for you guys to watch.
Yes. If you've never seen what the Purge actually looks like, if you're envisioning what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This is the type of crap that happens.
So is this a trailer or just like a
It's just a clip
random
from the
clip?
movie.
Okay.
It's a random clip. Yeah.
All right. I'll pull it up for
So
you guys.
while we're playing it, I'll describe what's happening here. So this is during the third movie, and it's basically people that are patrolling the streets. I guess they're vigilantes or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they were actually good people that exist during the Purge, that their sole goal is to protect people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what you'll see, guys. Yeah. Yep. So check this out, guys. My favorite movie is the second one. That's what I'd be doing, man. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, right here.
You know what that is, Jared?
A riot or something.
Gangs, yeah.
Oh, gangs, yeah.
Yeah.
Won't bother us, okay?
Oh God. Get away.
Oh, I never forgot we give it.
Oh.
Go, let's move.
Oh, shoot.
This is. Oh, I don't like this. This is kind of like reminds me of like an apocalypse kind of thing.
You basically end up an apocalypse every year. Oh. He's cut his head off, dude.
Yeah.
That's not good. Oh, gosh. Did you see that?
What is going on there?
Those girls are strapped to the hood of a car.
Yeah, I know, but why?
For torture, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the other two people I think are dead.
Yeah. This is my favorite part of this clip. This is the Lincoln Memorial right here. Look at that. Ugh.
Oh, sun's going down. Hey, looks like someone needs our services. Let's go. Let's do this. Stop.
Hopefully we don't get a copyright strike.
Calm down. Tell me what happened.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So
that's
wait,
that.
so let's discuss that for a second then.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that trailer about the trailer exactly or the clip?
Yeah.
That lady, forget. Is she like trying to do good during this time?
Yeah. She's a vigilante. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So she's going around like helping people as she sees fit.
Yeah. Exactly. And if that third movie takes place in Washington D.C., which is why you saw the Lincoln Memorial.
Right.
With the word "Purge" written on it in blood.
Yeah.
How the heck did they do that? Was what I want to know. Like,
I don't know.
how the heck do you get up on ladders and then like have time to sprawl that out, like paint that out, and not get shot?
I don't know. Maybe they had like a gang there, and they're all like, one person was doing it, and then the others were like on watch or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you
Something
see the
silly
pile
like
of? Did you see the pile of burning bodies?
Yep.
Like, ugh.
Well, the head getting chopped off was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So that's the kind of stuff that happens during the Purge. Which, I mean, I hate how they just show murder, actually.
Because there should be a lot of other crimes.
Yeah, they're going on at the same time, yeah.
Which the reason why they show that, and then that's why it gives that vibe of, okay, so it's just like an apocalypse movie. Because in apocalypse movies, it's a lot of like killing people.
Yeah.
Especially like if you are referring to The Walking Dead, that TV
I
show.
thought you were gonna say something about that while watching the clip.
Yeah, well, no, I was thinking of The Walking Dead. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to like overlap too much.
Yeah.
No, I really think that it does remind me of The Walking Dead a lot. Like,
Yeah,
especially Fear the Walking Dead even more.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, yep.
Because Fear the Walking Dead, it shows, if you haven't already
How it
seen it,
starts.
yeah, it shows like how it starts and like how like riots and stuff, like normal riots, and
Yeah,
you have military coming in, like the National Guard and stuff like that. They're like shooting at people, and then the police have like these huge like shields, and they're going out there trying to calm everything down, but essentially they kill people and then they turn into zombies, and it's just a
yeah,
chain reaction.
yep.
And it's like, if you guys would stop fighting them, then maybe there'd be less death and less zombies. But no, you're
Well,
just,
here's the thing: you don't see the military in the Purge because it's just all allowed.
yeah, it's
You know
all
what I mean?
allowed. That's
Yeah.
that's that's the key
So
difference.
basically every year in our country, the apocalypse happens.
Yeah, once a year.
My question is, how the hell do you rebuild the next morning?
I don't know, but wouldn't you like spend like a whole year rebuilding, and then the next year your place gets destroyed again?
Right.
Like,
How many
that's
billions of
horrible.
dollars worth of damage is done that night?
Do you realize how much people would probably move out of the country if this was
For
an
one
actual
night?
thing?
Yeah, for
No,
one
I mean,
night. Yeah.
no, I
Oh
mean
my god.
forever, dude.
Mm.
I think forever, to be honest. Not even not just because of one night. I mean, it is because of one night, but like the damage that you have to have throughout the year, because you're
You
going to
don't
be
want to
rebuilding.
you don't want to have to keep rebuilding your home, and yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to risk like your whole family and stuff. So it's like other countries, like say Canada doesn't have it.
I was gonna bring up that example.
Yeah, like
People, like rich people. No, no. Here's how I see it. Here's how I see it. Since it's a holiday, a vacation.
yeah.
Every year you take a vacation.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Like you go wherever, just out of the country.
Right. Yeah. Like go to Rome or something to have like a martini or something. while your country's ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next morning you fly back. You know?
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't you rather have like
If
comfort
you're a
knowing that your
billionaire,
house
dude,
was there?
yeah, but if you're like Jeff Bezos, you can afford a new home every year.
Yeah, but most of us aren't Jeff Bezos. So like,
Which is gonna be my point that I move into.
yeah.
Only the rich people can really survive this.
Yeah, cuz they can move out of the country
For one night.
for one night, and if their house is demolished, they could be like, okay, I could rebuild it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
Yep.
not every rich person can afford to rebuild another mansion.
Right.
Because what if
Oh,
you
can you
come
imagine them breaking into Jeff Bezos' home, first of all? Jeez.
I mean, what if you come back, say you're a rich person, okay?
Yeah.
Like Jeff Bezos, and you come back after the purge and you're like, all right,
Holy
guys,
crap.
how was your little vacation? And you like walk into your house and someone else is still in there. Like, what do you do?
They wouldn't be allowed, first of all. You could arrest them.
But I thought you can steal whatever you want, so you could steal someone's house. But how do you
Yeah, but when
pay?
the purge ends, oh, that's what you mean. Okay, financial crime.
Yeah.
Will you file for? Okay, yeah.
What are you gonna
Yeah.
do? Like, what
You don't
if
live for
his
any more Bezos. You don't live for any more Bezos. This is mine.
yeah, like what if he steals like Jeff Bezos' like fortune or something, and they
He's
like
like online. He hacks into his account and steals all of his.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, like after it's stolen, it's stolen. It's that for that other person.
Yep.
If
Oh
I'm sorry, dude, but I see a loophole in your
no, no,
argument there,
no, it's not a loophole. It's just when you come back, you're gonna be worth nothing.
or the potential that you could be.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's
imagine that. Bill Gates, 1 year, Bill Gates is rich, and then the next, he has nothing. He's walking on the streets.
yeah,
Jesus.
that's why I would see that everyone would want to move out of the U.S. Like
Yeah.
it's not a favorable place to be if there's a one night where all crime can be committed, because you can have like all your family killed in one night if that's what happens, and you could be like the only one left.
I'm
And
just
it's
thinking
like,
of the economic damage. I'm just thinking of the economic damage that would happen.
yeah,
Oh my
So the-
god. Which we actually have an article about that we'll get to later, but
yeah.
yeah. So what would you be most avoided? So let's discuss that for a minute, because we have a lot of time, obviously. What would you do if you were a rich person? Because I would think if you were rich and that happens every year, you could hire some security, right?
Right.
Some hired guns to protect your place for you.
But nothing's for certain though, because if you
And how
hire
do you know? How do you know that the people you hire won't do something?
exactly, that is the point I was trying to get to. How are you
Baby, because the
for,
purge is legal for everyone.
yeah, how
So
are you for certain? Because like say this bodyguard that you hired and he's supposed to protect you this whole night.
yep.
If he's a guy that doesn't have a lot of money and he like looks up to you for your fortune and he really wants it, but he doesn't want to work hard for it, like as in protecting
Yeah.
you. He's just like, well, I could take it the easy way out and just put a bullet to his head and take all of his belongings, all of his riches.
But he
And
can't do that. But he can't do that on any normal day, obviously.
yeah, so he has to wait until the purge. And that's why I still don't see the only option to protect yourself is get out of the country.
Get out of the country. Yes.
But
Make your
even
fortune somewhere else.
yeah, like I would just honestly, if the US had this, I would rather live in China, to be honest with you,
Oh no, Dubai.
because I don't have to worry about this population control like the US is doing.
Yeah. Well, dude, I would move to Dubai.
No, I'm trying to say the worst case scenario, like even like China would be like favorable even in these
Oh,
conditions.
in comparison. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
in comparison,
Yeah.
like I would rather live in China in a filthy, disgusting country. I'd rather
Infected with
live there.
COVID-19. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but seriously, I would probably rather move to Dubai with you, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I mean, it would be absolute hell every single year.
yeah, it would be like you'd have it marked on your calendar, like I need to get out of here by this date in order to avoid this situation on
Right,
that
yeah.
day.
Dude, I can't even imagine, like, the freaking money would... We would just save that for the next article, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we have?
So...
Sorry, what were you saying?
What were you saying? Sorry. I
No,
think
it's
you were gonna
okay.
introduce-
I was just like seeing where we wanted to go from here.
Yeah. It's just crazy, though. It's just like, I don't... Man. Do we have another article?
Yes.
We can use?
So we could talk about like how it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Because, I mean, we kind of did, but we want to kind of elaborate on it a little bit further, guys.
Yeah.
For you in the audience.
Right.
Oh. No, we don't want another watch new trailers.
So hopefully you can see this on the screen. And if you also want to go out in style, you could be wearing these COVID-19 masks here with the
Yes.
filters. That looks pretty nice.
Yes.
Yeah. No, so a real life purge would kill the economy and skyrocket insurance premiums.
This is something that I wanted to know about too. Yeah.
So this seems to be a logical look on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
earwax causes memory loss, people.
Loss.
Just
Ugh.
in case. Just in case. Just in case. Earwax can cause hearing loss and memory loss. Try this simple fix to remove earwax.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta love these little advertisements that pop up on the side. Oh, like that's just a disgusting image.
Yeah.
Oh, it
So,
looks chunky.
Joe, do you want to read one? You want to
Yeah.
read this article?
So although it may seem like we've been living in a dystopian horror movie for the past 3 years, which I don't know what that means, but things could always be worse. We could be characters in the 2013 horror movie franchise The Purge, where overcrowding in American prisons causes the government to enact annual 12-hour periods of purging where all crimes, including murder, are legal. Luckily, we're not, because murder is scary, even though it would probably be pretty great for our self-confidence to descend from the combined gene pool of the movie stars Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey.
Like, yeah, okay, this is just
Headey.
about the movie. Skip it. Just
Uh,
skip to the could the Purge really happen?
yeah.
Here,
So,
here we go.
however, so could the purge really happen? However, American moviegoers are fixated on this idea. It's half a day where you can do literally anything and get away with it. Some might use that time to erase all student loan debt, which actually that sounds like a pretty
Ooh.
good idea. Didn't think
Yes, it
about that.
does.
Some might want to use that time to murder their former math teacher.
Oh
What?
God!
Why? I mean, you
What
hate
they do to
math, but
you?
seriously? Depending on who you are and what you want to do during this period of no rules, it could be totally scary. But after 4 movies and a TV series focused on the concept, could the purge really ever happen? People would need to hold on to their anger for a really long time.
That's what gets really interesting, Jared.
Yeah, so that's what I thought about it. So according to sociologist Lester Andrus, this kind of reality would depend upon people being full of rage and aggression. Then, in order for this to work, people would have to store up their rage and aggression for that one special day all year when they go absolutely ham.
Yeah.
An interesting and provocative idea, and I like it as a device to tell a story. But in fact, it's just not how it works, he told Complex. Dr. Carolyn Kaufman, who wrote about the psychology behind the purge for Psychology Today, has a similar idea on humans and their ability to carry around rage for that long. The reality is that acting out, and this is in quotes here, the reality
Yeah.
is that acting out our rage is more likely to increase aggression than purge it, she writes. Also, even hypothetically speaking,
There we go.
carrying around a whole year's worth of hatred just to act out on a murderous rampage once a year isn't likely to make people follow the rules better the rest of the year.
I kind of disagree with that, actually.
How so?
Because if you can have one out of you, it can go absolutely bananas. That's still a motivation, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could see it as like you would want to avoid doing the crime any other time because you'd get in trouble.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think they missed that part of it.
Yeah. I mean, because that would be motivation for me to behave for the rest of the
Right.
year. Yeah. And it'll be something to look forward to.
Yeah. So,
But this is the next point, though. And this is something that actually makes sense, right?
yeah, essentially what we're in right now, the economy's ruined, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Forbes argues that any sort of purge would actually severely mess up the insurance and business markets and on a greater scale, the economy, because so many people would be getting murdered and or businesses would be looted and destroyed. Life and property insurance would have to add purge related coverage, which would send premiums to the roof and that barely anyone could afford.
Yep, yep.
Mm-hmm. It should be noted that premium raises right before the purge would be a terrible business strategy. A real life purge would amplify economic and racial inequality, habituate significant numbers of economic and political elites toward constant violent predation,
Yep.
tiered insurance systems that would further advantage wealthier citizens, businesses, and communities, and further increase monopolization in the U.S. economy over time. Oh, sorry about that.
So I think that's it for that article.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that we should talk about that really quick. What it would do to the economy. Let's talk about that insurance thing really quick.
Mhm.
So why do you think that's a fair thing to suggest?
I think the economy is a important thing because if you're going off the basis of, well, we're already in debt, right?
Right. Think of
And
how much more debt we would be in.
if we
First of
had
all.
if it ruined the economy, like had the purge every year, that would screw up the economy even worse.
Right.
And
We
there
would
would be
need to completely come up with a new economic system to combat this.
there would just be no way to recover every year from one day. Like one day would do too much damage because think about it, like everywhere in the US purging is happening, right?
Yeah.
And all economies would be affected. So
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, it would affect the whole U.S. economy, not just like say New York City, for example. It wouldn't just affect that place; it would affect everywhere in the U.S.
Can you imagine? Because we were talking about financial crime,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where I want to talk about it because this is where it was mentioned. Well, kind of. There's another article about it, but can you imagine stocks? The stock
Yeah.
market?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
The
there could
stock
just.
market would absolutely plummet.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
that would.
mean, we wouldn't even trust in the American dollar.
Right.
That's a question I have for you, Jude. What would you do if you were a financial guru? How would you protect your assets
Uh.
during the purge? If you
Hmm.
could, if it could be stolen in any way.
There's like too many ways to try to protect yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the only right answer is if you move out of the country. Go
Yeah,
to.
that's what you've been saying. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry I keep going back to that and I'm like giving you a basic answer, but there's too many
That's the
crimes.
right answer. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of any other way that you would try protecting yourself, like a logical standpoint.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, that was an anarchy. I mean, every year is not. Yeah. We'd basically become Venezuela.
Yep.
Now, here's the point that I want to ask you about.
What?
Do you think that it would help unemployment and that it would make the economy better after the purge? Since people got all their anger out.
Wait, so you're saying you're asking about the unemployment
Yeah.
before and after?
Yeah. Yep.
Um, I think people would be out of jobs. I think employment would go up. Unemployment would go up.
You think it would skyrocket?
Yeah,
Okay, why?
because businesses would be damaged and people can't return to work.
Yeah. Can you imagine my McDonald's burning to the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no! I don't get to see my friends at work.
No
Oh no!
burgers.
You're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that would definitely unemployment would be like skyrocketing each year around
Yeah.
that time. It'd be
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Why?
Jeez.
What do you think? Do you have an opinion on the unemployment
Yeah.
or
I think it would go down actually
how so?
because people would be looking for more jobs now
Hmm.
to make money after this horrible thing happened.
But there wouldn't be like places to get a job because like essentially there'd be most businesses would be
Make new
damaged.
jobs. Make new jobs. Build an organization whose goal is to rebuild after the purge. Make a whole job out of it. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
is that enough to lower the unemployment?
Maybe, maybe not.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I do see your point though.
I mean,
Unemployment would probably skyrocket. Yeah.
because the unemployment rate is like on the basis of the whole entire economy as a whole, like how it's judging off of every place, you know, in total.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you create one business that is supposed to help rebuild after the purge, is that enough to really lower the unemployment?
If other companies follow suit,
I
you know
guess,
what I
but
mean?
that would have to
Yeah.
be on like a massive scale.
Yeah. I think you win this round.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Jared for
So
the
do we have
win.
it? So do we have any other articles or talking points?
What would the real effects be?
Hmm.
Did we already talk? We generally talked about that.
Yeah. I think we can just glance over that article then, because it might just be a lot of the same points.
Right.
Yeah. Let's bring it up with we just see. Oh man.
Yeah, it's like basically talking about the economy.
And then let's see if there's anything different,
What
though.
in the heck is this?
Can you pass this quiz? This quiz is super hard.
For like 500-year-olds.
Right, oh my gosh.
That looks like a 500-year-old lady and guy there. It's like,
Ugh.
look how much wrinkles.
IQ test? What is your IQ?
The first Purge hat.
Okay, hold on a second. I feel like it's a bash on Trump right there.
Like that's a yeah, that's like a MAGA hat almost.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Why is there more earwax?
What?
Why?
It's everywhere.
I mean, what is
Oh, this is something interesting.
that's a huge piece of earwax you pulled out of the
Oh,
ear. Can you
hey,
made,
dude.
They must have been deaf.
Dude,
What?
go back up. There was 2 points that we can talk about. The
Alright.
purge would increase inequality.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about this really quick?
You go ahead.
Okay, so it says we should start by noting something that's made clear in the Purge series. The Purge would function to increase socioeconomic inequality. On the one hand, the original Purge film highlights the security efforts of the wealthy individuals who don't partake in Purge activities, such as fortified automatic bars and extensive camera systems. Gosh, my eyes. Let me zoom in here. Societies rich and powerful can convert their homes to a large bunkers that most citizens cannot afford. Even wealthy individuals who do purge are likely to secure their homes, lest they become vulnerable targets for robbery. On the other hand, the Purge anarchy in the Purge election year highlights something that is only implicit in the first film. The typical victims of the Purge are those in vulnerable communities, such as homeless individuals, poor working class folks, etc. The Purge operates and becomes clear in ways that decrease the population of less privileged sectors of society, both by mutual destruction and by giving wealthy purges the ability to prey on those populations explicitly and violently. As a consequence, the purge, if real, would amplify socioeconomic inequality in a number of ways as more advantaged populations become free to prey on less advantaged populations in their communities. Moreover, given major cities' common historical patterns of racial segregation, a real-life purge would disproportionately affect racial inequality as well, as segregated communities would likely be disproportionately targeted.
Hmm.
I find the next one really interesting, actually, dude. Scroll down to that. The wealthy would commit vastly more violent crimes.
Because they're
Another
cleaning
consequence should be made
earwax.
clear. rather, rather
That
than
is
inventing negative. Wait, that's the ultimate crime right there.
yeah, cleaning that big old like boulder out of your ear. Big old
Oh, that's
waxy
gonna be a funny
boulder.
moment.
Big old
That's gonna be
waxy
a funny
boulder.
moment, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this says, rather than inventing negative human tendencies, institutionalist economics would predict the real-life budget increase the habituation of individuals, particularly the wealthy and powerful individuals whom the purge aims to serve, toward violent behavior all year long. So scroll down a little bit. Yeah, scroll down twice to stop. All right, stop. So economists say this: by structuring, constraining, and enabling individual behaviors, institutions have the power to mold the capacities and behavior of agents in fundamental ways. They have a capacity to change aspirations instead of merely enabling or constraining them. Insofar as institutions lead the regulators of behavior, concordant habits are laid down among the population, leading to congruent purposes and beliefs. In short, a purge wouldn't release darker predatory urges, but rather it would habituate purging segments of the population toward them, over time creating darker natures by allowing and rewarding them rather than releasing them. Moreover, since we know the purge is often used by economic and political elites to prey on less empowered communities, it would explicitly habituate many sectors of the elite towards these kinds of predatory activity. I mean, look how much time they put into preparing. Yeah. So I think it's the end for that article.
Yeah.
And we already talked about insurance, so.
Yeah. Seems to be a common theme here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can exit out of that. So what's your view on that? Because I didn't think about that. The wealthy committing crimes.
Well, I can see it as a think about it. Like if you're a political, not a political necessarily, but like a
Like a
public
Jeff Bezos.
figure. Yeah, like Jeff Bezos is a public figure, just like as much as Taylor Swift is. You
Right.
know, Taylor Swift, I mean, she's a public figure. So anyone
Yeah.
that is in the public eye is considered a public figure. So they get a lot of scrutiny from multiple people. It could be other artists or other famous people that are in equal stature or lesser
Excuse me,
known
guys.
people. I don't know. But these famous people, say like Taylor Swift, she gets people that don't like her, just like anyone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
there's people don't like Jeff Bezos. People don't like Taylor Swift.
I
People
love
don't
him,
like,
first of all.
you know, people don't like Toby Keith
Success.
or something like that.
People don't like success.
Yeah, people don't like
basically.
success. And there's a lot of hatred surrounding that. But think about how much emotional pain that causes those famous people.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean,
I would assume.
that'd probably cause a lot of that anger to get bottled up because they can't do anything about it. I mean,
And not,
essentially,
not until Purge night.
yeah, but like essentially, they're told don't show any emotion about it, just ignore it. There's gonna be haters. Haters gonna hate. You know, is the
Yeah.
saying. But you know, but if there's that one night where they can do whatever the heck they want, they might want to go out there and kill this person that, you know, for whatever reason kept giving them issues over the years.
Or what's really messed up is that if you're a music artist, in order to make sure you're the only person that's ever listened to,
Mm-hmm.
you can kill the other artists.
Exactly. Like, say
Think
if
about how
there's
messed up that is.
I mean, think about like how there's feuds between artists all the time. I mean,
like MGK and Eminem, for example.
Yeah, especially like, I mean,
Rappers would definitely do something like that.
yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to it's like stereotype, but it kind of seems like a lot of rappers get themselves in bad
Trouble
situations.
anyways, yeah. They don't
'cause,
need a Purge for that, yeah.
I mean, they're essentially, a lot of them are in gangs and they,
Yeah.
you know, they get themselves into trouble. They grow up in the wrong neighborhood.
Like Detroit.
Yeah, you know, like Detroit or
The-
Chicago.
The Detroit is a Purge in itself, like the whole city, basically.
Yeah, but it's just like it really you know, they're essentially growing up in a bad like household, bad friends and stuff. They just don't have that support
Which is why I
around them.
think that the Purge wouldn't really. Which is why I don't think the Purge would really change anything in those areas. I don't think.
The only thing is that it would do is like, you know, just allow it.
Completely destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which then
Yeah.
they would like lose all their restraint they have, and they would just go out and
Yeah.
kill each other if they're already, you know, if they're already thinking about killing each other, which, you know, there's things like behind the scene, like, dude, you hear all the time about these like famous rappers. Well, I don't know any famous rappers really.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't really like that type of music, but
Yeah.
you know, like I hear about these rappers like on social media or something, and they're like, oh, this rapper was killed. Why was he killed? You know, why?
With a fork.
You know, not a fork, but like
Piece of a fork.
no, he, you know, he was killed like shot getting out of his car at a like a parking garage or something. All of a sudden, just pow, dead. Why? You
That
know,
would happen. Yeah.
like who shot him? You know, and then guess what?
Who done
It goes. We think, okay, it's gang related activity. Most of the time, they're right. Usually, it's something they're being targeted. You know.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
There'd probably be no more music.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sad.
Kids, this is a lesson for all of you. Stay out of trouble.
Yes.
You know, find the right
unless it's
friends.
Unless it's Purge night.
Yeah, okay, then you're allowed. Honey,
Yes.
don't stay out too late now on Purge night, okay? We got
But Dad, I want to go kill people.
No, well, let's have dinner first.
You can only kill 5.
Can't kill people on an empty stomach now.
Because if they kill you, there won't be any food for them.
Yeah.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a crime that's a crime I'd actually feel.
What?
Cannibalism.
Hmm.
Can you imagine? Ugh.
Why would that even be a thing? Like within modern
But that'd be a
society.
sick. Well, because some people are sick.
I mean, yeah, we got some crazy people, and I hope a lot of them are in prison.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily
Oh,
mean they
that's a
always are.
question. That's a question I have actually.
Oh yeah, like as
During Purge
prisoners.
night, will the prisoners be allowed to be let out?
How do they get them back though?
They just have to trust that they come back to the prison, lock themselves back up.
Yeah, that's putting a lot of trust.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
But I would be thinking that a lot of them. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean
Well,
like.
that's a good way. That's a good way actually for prisoners to kill each other, so they could decrease the prison population too. Actually, they
Yeah,
can make room in a sense. Yeah.
that's a horrible way of thinking, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a realistic way of thinking, though.
Yeah, in those circumstances, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Ugh.
Messed up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can partake in this.
In the Purge?
The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, I want to get out of here.
Dude, come on. Hey.
What?
Yeah, walk on, right? I mean, come on. I mean, come on, man. Oh man, seriously though. Okay. So let's talk about what we would do. I think that's the last talking point, right?
Actually, we do have an article saying like what would people do in general? Like, what are some
Okay, yeah.
possibilities?
Let's bring that up. Let's read a couple of these. Oh man. Oh,
What would
scary
you do
face.
during the purge? Not put that
Oh
makeup on.
man.
I assure you that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Oh man.
oh, oh.
Let's just go to what it talks about. Okay. So the first person is what?
Sorry, what?
So I think there's a person that says what they would do. So
Oh,
I think we gotta scroll down a little bit. Yeah, let's see. Sorry. Oh, it's a science editor. What would this person do? So it says
yeah.
I
So
would
sorry. Did you want me to say it or
wait.
no?
Yeah, sure. If you want
It
to.
says there's a lot of truly excellent art in the world. This person says this Liz Lopato, a science
Yeah.
editor. Should I participate in a purge? I would definitely attempt to steal as much of it as I could. Just think, theft isn't illegal on purge night, so I wouldn't have trouble on the resale market. The major
Oh.
the major stoppage point for most art theft. I own that art fair and square now. It's mine. I sure hope museums have purge insurance. What's up with this insurance? Like literally, how is that the most
It's
important thing?
everywhere, yeah. I mean, that's
Okay.
something you have to think about. I mean,
Yeah, true. Next comes the question, which art? I'm personally partial to Cezanne, so is that how it says?
yeah.
So I'd probably start there for Cezanne. So
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
That dumb
No.
dumb bitch. That dumb she stole my art.
I'd probably start there for personal reasons, but if I'm looking to maximize my profits, well, that's the classics, Da Vinci, or really any of the old or really any of the old masters. Maybe I also pick up some up. Okay, this person's boring. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do some killing. Come on.
No, this person's like just stealing art. It's like,
Let's
sorry,
kill Carol Baskin.
yeah, that's what the Tiger King would do if he got out of prison.
Oh, that's what he would do on Purge night.
Yeah, you just run over there, kill Carol Baskin would probably be.
Killed her husband, whacked him.
All right, so
Oh.
let's.
We can't even get a single one out.
All right, so let's see what this
Oh,
Tasha
man.
Robinson does. She's a film editor person. Let's be
Oh,
clear.
she's blind too.
Hiding in a bunker
What's
somewhere.
he be hiding?
Possibly one of the industrial maker spaces where Liz got to test out her new boring company flamethrower.
Ooh.
But imagine
Personally, I'd be hiding behind Liz in a flamethrower.
yeah, this looks
Oh,
boring.
she'd focus on turning commercial billboards into political ones. She'd vandalize billboards. Well, that's boring. I mean, that's cool, but it's boring.
Yeah, just wait until you get to Aiden and I. We have some interesting.
Oh yeah, I got some plans.
I know you do, dude. My plan would be
plan would be
boarding
boarding
up,
up.
acquiring weapons, and putting my martial arts weapons
Yes!
training so good.
Yes!
To good use.
That's me.
Wow. Either cheat at Fortnite during the one night a year I can't be sued for cheating, or steal Lego, which is apparently the perfect crime. My crew can
What
even
the
use
heck,
some of our
Michael
stolen
Moore?
Lego to build a warehouse to store the rest of our stolen Lego. What?
What the heck, Michael Moore? Lego stealing. Oh my gosh, people.
Wait, what? Okay, so I'd go to a 2-hour limit hot pot
this is someone called
buffet.
Nat. This
And
is someone called Nat. You can't
Nat.
tell me how to live.
Oh, you didn't see that, dude.
But yeah, yes, I did. He was swatting like.
No, that's a gnat. Like you're trying to swat it away.
Yeah,
Never
get
mind.
away from me, Nat. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So
this dude would go on a 2-hour limit hot pot buffet.
oh, he let all the animals out of the zoo. Carol Baskin. He'd go to Carol Baskin's place and let all the animals out.
Oh my gosh. Kyoto husband whacked him. Can't convince me that it didn't happen.
Carol Baskin.
Tigers and something they snacking.
Tigers and lions, they be snacking or something.
Carol Baskin. So this is a cool crime. This Addie Robertson says that they would. I've never totally understood what happens to digital infrastructure during Purge night. I assume companies lock down the intranet so people don't embezzle money or steal trade secrets. And maybe social media platforms don't want to deal with all the legal death threats. But somebody has to be doing some hacking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do, actually. See, this is something fascinating. Basically, I joined a team of vigilantes and assemble a years-long Mr. Robot-style security coup against a powerful institution like Wells Fargo. At Equifax to the Department of Homeland Security, we do extensive legalish preparation to establish access in the months around Purge nights, setting up a complex plan that would be executed in the annual 12-hour bursts. Ideally, the organization wouldn't realize what was going on before we seized total control and covered our tracks, so we could siphon billions of dollars or give everyone perfect credit or install a script that would surreptitiously approve all asylum applications, since based on the convention of the Purge franchise, any executives or high-level staffers would be busy terrorizing poor people.
Mm.
Of course, the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act is notoriously broad, and maybe we get busted for something like conspiracy or ongoing unauthorized access. Although if the crime itself happens when crime is legal, is conspiring to commit it's still illegal. I need to run this plan by a good Purge lawyer. Oh, this Shannon person. Scroll down here. I'm going to take a page out of Anna Delvey's Book of Fraud and apply for a multi-million-dollar bank loan, which I clearly no longer need to provide legal documents for. Ooh. I would get to work with the funds in hand. I would launch my own conglomerate and get to work acquiring and revamping old school games like Neopets and Club Penguin and funding them nonprofits of my choice. Wow.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
Seems pretty thought through.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that?
Johnson.
Yeah,
What did you fought?
maybe.
Oh, it stinks. Oh wait, I can't smell
Yeah, you're far away.
it. Let's see what the next one is. Let's see if there's any more interesting ones. I'd probably just play dead. Bills and Steven says. I'd probably play dead.
Yeah, you're gonna actually get killed though. Doing that.
So I think that's the whole article, dude. The rest of them are just like running and hiding.
Yeah, it's just people like coming up with different
Wait.
ideas.
Wait. There was one more funny one. He says, "When I'm assuming I'm stuck on Purge land, I have several ideas. First off, I'm stealing a USPS mail truck." What?
Why?
Not because I actually want. Hold on, let me read this. Not because I actually want a mail truck. I don't, or because I think it'd be particularly interesting to drive. It's probably not, but because it seems kind of funny, since the ordinary is so oddly protected by federal law. Next, I would take my mail truck and swing by the nearest liquor store for some wine and beer, and the supermarket for some snacks. The mail truck's sizable cargo storage will come in handy here. Before heading down to the docks. What's at the docks? Stealing the biggest, most opulent yacht I can get my hands on. Which, by my admittedly poor understanding of maritime law, would make me a private captain. I mean, a pilot captain.
Private
Next, all
captain.
Next, all that's left is to sail the river in said yacht. Oh, and maybe launch some fireworks, since that's still illegal in most states, and fireworks is super fun. Besides, it's not my yacht. Oh, this person, Brian Bishop, would steal some Taco Bell and break into Disneyland, and he would ride Star Tours a bunch while Instagramming the entire time. And he would run around going yeah like an unpoliced child.
That's actually sounds like a fun thing to do.
I would go streaking throughout Disneyland.
I could see Aiden doing that.
Oh shit! My Magnum Dawn.
What?
But okay, that's enough of that article.
Yeah,
Oh,
and enough
man.
of this conversation.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. All right,
With
so
my Magnum. No, I would streak to Disneyland with my Magnum Dawn. That's a total joke, guys. I would not do that.
yeah, let's hope
Don't
not.
quote me on that.
Yeah, no.
That's like the quote that people recognize. Wait, it's again. What the heck? What is that icon? Get away! What the heck? Stop doing that! Is that you?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. It's a
Oh, that's
button.
funny. That's hilarious. Get that off of the screen. What the heck? We don't need that. Oh man. Okay, so
anyways,
yeah.
so those are some ideas of like what those people are doing. Those are some like little off the wall
Kind of ideas, yeah.
ways, yeah. Generally Aiden and I are somewhat on the same page with when it comes to what we want to do. So did you
First
want
about
to
you, Jed, what would you do?
Well, I essentially would want to go around and like steal like the latest technology that's out on the market.
Yes!
So like that could be anything from like, you know, it could be a new phone, new iPad, new video game console, video games. It could be like, I don't know, something
TV?
weird like
4K
a
TV?
brand new TV, like a huge like 90-inch TV or something.
Or for me, a Bugatti. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
Here we go.
And so I might even go after some new cars, like Aiden just mentioned.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be new cars. It could just be like, oh
Call
look at this cool old car. You know, might take it.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like an antique. you know?
Oh, heck yeah, dude. And they
Yeah,
could sell
those
it maybe.
worth a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, and we were talking about this while we were hiking. It would be
Yeah.
your car. So
Right.
if the next morning someone files a complaint for the police and says that hey, they stole my car, they go over to you and say, well, it was on Purge night, so good
Yeah.
luck getting your car back.
So they can't like get it back even. What if it's still under your name though? Like under the
Yeah.
other person's name? Because
Yeah.
in that case, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like basic stuff like you committed the crime on that night, you got the car, you don't have to worry about it anymore because it was
Right.
done on that night. But then again,
Yeah.
how do you prove that it was done on that night?
Yeah.
Someone can make the claim. I know this is making it really difficult, but
No,
someone can make
this isn't. This is something I was going to talk about. The court case would be forward. Any crime committed ever could be said, hey, it was on Purge night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could either claim that it was that the person that supposedly did the crime could say that it was done on Purge night, so therefore it's not an actual crime, or the
Yeah.
person that is saying, "Hey,
Oh,
you stole
shit.
my vehicle," they could say that it wasn't done on Purge night.
Yeah.
They can make
When
that
it
claim
was,
too.
yeah. When it
But how
was,
do you?
yeah.
Yeah, but you don't
How
know
do you
that for
know?
a
Yeah.
fact. There, what do you have
Security
like?
camera footage you'd have to access, yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to have like proof.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
So that's kind of
So,
weird.
yeah, that is very weird, yeah. So what
Anyways,
would I
Aiden,
do?
what about you?
Yeah. I'm going to sound crazy, okay?
Okay.
But I would go out and Wyatt.
Yeah, I
I
see
just
it. I
felt
see
a
it.
lot of I just felt a lot of need to just release anger, bro.
Or how about just relief your hyper activity?
Activity, yes. So dude, if you here's about my scenario, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I would get an AR-15 and I would get a bunch of Molotov cocktails and I would just start burning stuff. Just start throwing stuff on the street, just like flipping over cars and just having a grand old time. Maybe while naked.
While streaking, you know.
Yeah, just the only
Your
thing that's covering my wee would be like the belt of my gun.
your badonkadonk is just running around naked.
With Molotovs. Oh my gosh. No. But seriously, I would actually try to get my hands on the newest cars I can find.
Honky
Actually.
tonk,
Oh,
badonky
but
donk,
dog.
badonky donk. I gotta zoom in on that, or do like a
Yo,
slow mo.
yes, that's gonna be funny for bloopers.
Yeah.
But
I can't wait to see the subtitles.
yes, please.
Guys, if I know I've mentioned it before, but if you ever go back and watch our old podcasts, our previous ones,
Please turn on subtitles.
yes, that is so fun. It's just I
It
don't
makes it
know.
so much funnier.
I don't know if it's just Aiden and I because it's like it's funny that it's us and we're the only one that's find it funny.
Find it
But
funny, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe other people do, but I find it hilarious.
Donkey
But donkey down.
dog. Donkey Kong,
Music.
but donkey dog. Oh,
I can't even.
oh, I can't even do that. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So
Donkey.
basically, I think. Oh my. Stop.
Sorry.
So I think what I would do is I think I would actually do that, steal cars or Wyatt. Or I have one more thing. Actually, I forgot. So I was talking about this about you in the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Quail Hollow Park is where we were. Something that's not a victim, something that's a victimless crime, and you can make a lot of money off of.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, can you guess what that is?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. You want me to say it?
It's organ harvesting. I would take now, guys. Listen to this. I would hire a team of medical professionals to go out and search for freshly. This is gonna sound a little bit morbid, guys. I'm sorry, but it's purge night. So what I would do is I would go. I would hire a medical team, go out and find recently dead bodies, and cut out their organs and sell them on the black market.
Yeah.
Because guys, did you know that one human heart, is worth $1 million?
That's a lot of money.
So, right, you can make a lot of money. Exactly. And you can help people. Because I think right now in this country, there are about 130,000 people that are looking for new organs.
Yeah.
So think about that. If I were to harvest organs from recently dead purgers, either a heart or a kidney, which a kidney actually goes for $500,000, and if I had two of them, $1 million right there, you know?
Yeah.
But do you want to know what the most valuable organ is?
What?
Guess. Guess.
Brain.
No, bone marrow,
Ooh.
actually. Yeah. 1 gram of bone marrow is $5,000.
Hmm.
So imagine if I extracted all the bone marrow in someone's body, how much money I could make. $5,000 per gram. Yeah, a lot of money. Yeah.
That just sounds so disgusting the more you talk about
It does sound
but...
disgusting, harvesting organs, yes, but I wouldn't be the one doing it, first of all. Like I said, I would hire a medical team to do it for me.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like surgeons or something, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the experience to
do it.
do it yourself, because you'd probably like damage an organ.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Joe, what do you think about that? Does that sound disgusting to you? Or, I mean,
Sounds disgusting, but it's definitely unique. You
yeah.
know, like I don't think any
Plus,
of
they'd
the
be
other.
saving lives.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think like the other people were, you know, that we like read off of on that page. No one said harvesting organs, right?
Yeah, no one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because then
That was actually an idea I came up with from game theory, actually.
game theory, huh?
Well, film theory. That's what he said
Oh.
he'd do. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna mention that. That's something I do too, actually. Yeah. So that's
Definitely
what I
weird.
do.
Yeah.
Well, I would probably become, or something that's not as disgusting. I'd probably do some sort of online financial crime,
Mm.
like hack into, like let's say hack into Wells Fargo, like they said.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Yeah,
Okay. I could see that.
because I'm a
Yeah.
smart guy, so I just don't want to go on and mercilessly kill people. I don't want to kill people.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that's what I do.
But the thing is, though, essentially, say if you committed like these crimes that, you know, didn't result in anyone dying, but it resulted in people losing their fortune from
Yeah.
you. What if they find out that it was you who hacked into their account and they're like, okay, just
They
wait
would
until
hack me.
just
Wait
wait
till
un-
next year.
yeah, just wait until next year and I'm gonna get you. You know, and then
Yeah.
you are a target, and before you know it, you're the one running for your life. You know,
Well, then it would be a back and forth each year. I get back with them, yeah, it's next year.
true,
You know,
but like if you get a next year,
which is
because
why I'd say, which is why, even though it's disgusting, most realistically, I'd probably do the organ harvesting thing.
yeah, that I
'Cause
mean, how
they're
could
helping
people be
people.
mad at you?
Right.
You know, I mean,
They're
like
dead. They're dead. Recently dead.
plus you're also actually helping other people.
Yeah.
You know, where there's probably people that really need a new heart.
Yeah. But you don't want to know why I do on a purge night.
What?
Can you guess? Guess
Sure.
why? I won't let you finish your water. Guess why?
What?
Because in the U.S., unless you are a licensed medical professional, it is illegal to harvest organs.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's actually illegal in this country, which
Okay.
I don't know why. Yeah,
Because
which
it
is why I
sounds
do it on
just
purpose.
sounds morbid in the first place. So
Yeah,
it's probably
yeah,
what it's based off of.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know, guys, it's morbid, but I mean, it would save lives, and I can make a crap ton of money in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. I mean, how many dead bodies would you find maybe in Cleveland?
A lot, because I mean, it is a city after all.
Yeah, exactly. Just go throughout, have like a street sweeper or something, or a trash truck, one of those vehicles. But instead of crushing bodies, you would just collect them,
Hmm.
and then just harvest their organs. But you'd have to make sure that they were just killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can't like use one that was dead for hours.
For like 2 hours. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do.
makes sense.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, if I disturbed you there. I'm sorry.
That will definitely go on the list of very disturbing things Aiden said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But
So
hey, we're
yeah,
talking about the purge. I mean, so
yeah. What's not disturbing, right?
why exactly? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. Any like final thoughts before we close out? Because I
Yeah.
know we
So sorry, what?
sorry, because I know we talked a lot about the purge, and I think we generally covered everything. You think?
Let's cover something else really quick.
Okay.
What would be the precise events that would be needed for a purge to actually be ratified into the Constitution? What do you think would need to happen for something
Mm,
that's insane to actually be passed and be put into law?
mm,
Because in the film universe, it is a law that's put into the Constitution. It is a right.
well, there would have to be, like it said, there was like a change of power in the government, because our essentially what we all knew for like, you know, 200 plus years is, what the founding fathers,
Yeah.
founded our country on
Which
was.
is why in the movie it's called the New Founding Fathers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all new stuff, and it's a totalitarian government, which that makes sense that it would be something like that, because I don't think our government today would do something like that.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like an American way of doing a purging, because you're giving people, like I said at the beginning, you're giving people a choice of what they want to do.
Yeah.
You're not like the Chinese government going out and just
Yep.
just
Exactly.
taking
Yep.
out people. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, there's your purging.
China.
China. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, seriously, that's what I was going to talk about. Is that it would be. I think it would be many years down the road. First of all, many years,
Hmm.
like 2027, something like that. And it would have to be population, overpopulation. Like instead of 300 million, it'd have to be something like 2 billion in this country
Yeah.
for it to be enacted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, you literally have 10 people in a home.
Hmm.
You know, that's how I would foresee it happening.
Yeah.
Is that it would be a way for the government to say, okay, look, we're overpopulated in this country. We need something to stop it, and we've tried everything else. Oh, I have an idea. Let's make a new law where every night a year we could basically cut the population down to size. You know, by incentivizing mass murder.
Yeah. Well,
And it would be an American way of population control, like you said.
yeah. But the problem is, it would be difficult. Like I said, it was the American way of doing something like that, but it would also be very difficult to enact something like that, because
Why?
we have a checks and balances system here in the U.S. currently,
Yeah.
and say if one person in, like, just say the president says, okay, I like this idea, let's do it. Well, Congress has to approve that first.
Yeah.
They gotta, there's a checks and balances with that. They gotta make sure that that this is something that the American people want.
Yeah.
But flip that script and say, oh, this is a totalitarian government. They can do
Like it
whatever
is
the
in the
heck they
movie.
want. Just
Yeah.
like the movie, they can do whatever the heck they want. They don't
Yeah.
have to go through a checks and balances and make sure that it's okay with the American
Which is why I think the movie makers did a good job in that regard.
Yeah, because they
Making
covered
them
their
totalitarian. Yeah.
they covered their butts on that one. They knew,
Yeah.
like, okay, that that's the only way to make it believable. But they also did miss a lot of, like, small details, like we talked about before, earlier in the podcast, was that they didn't plan out, like, the little things, like, okay, well, what would the people actually do? Like, a lot of people would probably move out, and how would it affect, like, the time zone thing we were talking about?
Yeah.
Like, that's confusing, you know what I mean? Like, 7 a.m. here, but like 7 a.m. on the West Coast is like what? Like, how much of an hour difference? Like 2 hours?
Yeah, like 3. So,
3?
like I said, this is something I'm going to talk about a little bit. So, Ohio's purge could be ending, but yet California's purge could still be going on. Yeah.
But what if
I guess it would be up to the local governments to make sure that they start the purge and end it at the right times.
Well, here's the confusing thing, though. Say if they were in California and they're committing this crime, but in Ohio, the purge is already ended. But what if they're targeting a company that's in Ohio?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think when it comes to physical crimes like murder, it's up to the state. When it comes to online crimes, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And because they know about time zones,
Right. Or could they
so I
say,
think if
like,
they're stealing online money, it wouldn't matter.
maybe they can say, like, I don't know, it just says 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., right?
Yeah, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, 12 hours.
So, but what if they said, essentially, I'm trying to think, losing my train of thought. What? I don't know, I can't think. What if they said, like, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? So that means that people on the West Coast have to make the judgment, okay, it starts at this time instead because it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. So it's the same time, but just different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know how states have their own emergency broadcast system, right?
Yeah.
So they can change the
Time.
actual message. No, like during the emergency broadcast in their own state, they could add in their own laws and make the message longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Essentially, if they designate, like, a certain time zone, like they just use the Eastern Standard Time as the basis for the purge, then essentially people on the West Coast would just be like, okay, so 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it starts. So let's judge that time on what the West Coast time is at that time. So everyone
So like
is on
4 p.m. would start there, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, everyone is on the same page. So it ends at the same time, essentially.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cause this, like, buffer. It's like, okay, well, there's this.
Well, I actually think it would be kind of cool if it remained like it would be normally. Like, well, Ohio it ends and California it's still going on because it would still get news coverage.
Yeah, but it's not all about the news coverage. It's all about, like, the other implications that happen after it becomes illegal.
Yeah.
Because essentially, like I said, if a crime is committed in California, but it's a cyber crime, and it's targeting an Ohio company that's already out of the purge and they're trying to recover, and it's illegal in the state now to commit that crime, what happens?
And then what about the foreign tourists we were talking about in international law? Let's talk about that really quick.
What do you mean? Say that
If
again.
someone in our country tried to steal money from Iran,
Mm-hmm.
would we be breaking Iranian law?
Mm.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, because that's something we didn't look at before. That could affect other countries, and they can be coming after you. I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of on you, I guess, if you do that, you know,
Yeah.
because if
Because you're crossing international borders then. Well,
yeah,
here's the thing. What if you're an alien? What about this? This is a crime I didn't think about. If all crime is legal, international borders are shut off for 12 hours, right?
mhm.
What if you're an alien and you come into this country wanting to murder? But then what happens when you try to leave and go back to your home country? The international law is back in place for our country, right?
Mhm.
So when you try to leave, what would happen?
I don't know.
Would you be stranded here until the next purge night?
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, they'd probably kick you out of the country because if you're an illegal citizen, if they find out that you're here, they're gonna come after you.
Once it's over, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't think about. There'd be a lot of immigration.
But the thing is, though, they
Probably.
can't try you for the crimes you committed on Purge night. So you're still safe from that. The only thing you're not safe from, if you're an illegal, is that you are actually illegal in the country because you're still that that's not that's a crime, yes, but that's not like a crime you committed. If that
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I'm saying it right.
yeah. That makes sense totally. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're still gonna get kicked out of the country because that's like what 364 days of the year that you're here, and then that one day it's like, it's like might as well just kick you out.
Why exactly? Yeah. Okay, so I didn't think about that very well. Okay. That was just a thought.
No, it's a good thing. I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for
And
this
for
topic, this episode.
this podcast, yeah.
Yep, and
Whoa, wait. To end this off, how can they find us in case they don't know? If we got to
we are on YouTube and Apple Podcasts.
yes.
And so definitely follow us on both of them, or just YouTube or Apple Podcasts, whatever one you guys prefer, because I know that you guys like to listen to us in different places. And yeah, this is
Yes.
so that pretty much concludes episode 37 of our
Yes.
podcast.
Oh, and one thing, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, our link should be up on all the videos and stuff, so you should
Yeah,
just
the
be able to
description, yeah, so just check it out.
yeah, so yep, do that. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to either one of those channels that we mentioned.
And we do have a gaming channel and my music. Don't forget, we
Yes.
have my music too, so
So
yeah.
right now, in regards, before we close out, a couple of things. Our gaming channel right now is kind of like shut down.
Because of the coronavirus, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I can really do anything in regards to the channel. I can probably, like, if I ever get around to it, maybe upload some previous videos we did
Yeah.
of like gaming videos on our channel, but
The ones that we didn't upload, yeah.
yeah, the ones that are already recorded on my hard drive.
Yeah.
But essentially anything new like live streams, we
We
can't
can't
do
do it
that
right
right
now,
now.
guys. I'm sorry. We just have to stay safe.
Yeah, it's just we're trying to we want to get back to our normal operations just as much as everyone else does right now. I mean,
Yes.
believe me, I don't like how we're being shut down for so long, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
So,
do? Yep.
yeah, and but yeah, we're definitely. I hope you guys realize that we were doing a different type of format, not only just because
Today.
of the Zoom conferencing, but we were also doing like a headlines type of format. Like last time we did, like talked about like just different headline. Well, the podcast we didn't upload we had to delete. That was actually a different format. We went over multiple topics in one podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like discussed like different things, like with Joe Biden, something he said, and then we
Yeah.
talked about some
Well-
coronavirus update stuff, and
And then that got deleted. So maybe next time, guys, will try to bring that back.
yeah, I mean, not that exact episode, but we can try bringing back, like, if we don't have any other ideas for a podcast, we can just go over different headlines
Yeah.
that are happening, throughout the world, and stuff that people are talking a lot about, we can go about. And then we also have a new segment in the works too. So there's
Yes.
we're giving you a
That's gonna
sneak
be
peek at
called
that,
off
but
the grid. It's gonna be called off the grid headlines, right?
yeah, so it's kind of like a play on words, I guess. I don't know
Because of
if
our
that's
podcast, what it's called. Yeah.
yeah, so it's basically like different headlines that aren't normally looked at, or something that's kind of overlooked, but it's kind of funny, hilarious, or really weird and disturbing.
Like the Purge.
Yeah, like the Purge, but that's not essentially what we're aiming at here. But anyways,
Right.
yeah, we're gonna be possibly implementing that in another episode, hopefully the next one.
So
So
look forward to that, guys.
yeah, so look forward to that. We'll be doing
Oh
that.
my gosh.
We'll probably be doing that towards the end, right?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So yeah, essentially I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, well, see you guys.
See ya.